Disclaimer, this is the continuation of the skit from the Sterling with Headset prototype review. With that being said, please enjoy. Alright Sterling, I'm back. Got a nice brand new paint job, so where are you? Big race today, come on. Sterling, buddy, come on, talk to me. Are you there? Hello? Uh-oh. What was I thinking? Doing this to poor Sterling. He can't walk or talk? Maybe he's dead. Daryl was right. This was wrong. But maybe if I put him back in the machine. Well, it's worth a shot. Alright, Sterling, let's get you over here. Don't worry, buddy. I'll be able to help you. Alright, let me just turn on the machine. Alright, there we go. It should be working now. Let's see what happens. What happened? Whoa, are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. What happened to me? Was I knocked out? No, it's more complicated than that. Listen, I don't have time to talk. I have a race to catch. Thanks for the headset, but bye. Huh. Okay, well then, he doesn't remember. Then I don't remember, I guess. Okay, so no one talks about this. Alright, I'm here. Geez, Sterling, what took you so long? The race is about to start. Don't worry about it. At least I'm here now, right? Anyways, how's McQueen looking? Not so good with all those connections out there. I knew it! I shouldn't have come here in the first place! This is gonna be a disaster! Hey guys, what is up? This is LittleHarky here back giving Nerdy Cast Review, and this time I am going to be reviewing the brand new release of Sterling with Headset, the pit crew member version of an infamous Cars 3 antagonist. Well guys, as you can clearly see, Sterling with Headset didn't win the poll from last time against the Metallic Shannon Spokes, which means that Metallic Shannon Spokes will actually be the final Case J car I will be reviewing. To be honest, it's kind of fitting to have the final review of the new releases from Case J to be the Metallic Shannon Spokes, considering she's kind of like special in a way. So I'm honestly kind of fine with it. Anyway, shifting the focus to Sterling, I mean, what can I really say about him? He's very iconic for being one of the secret villains of Cars 3, with this release of him being shown at the Florida 500 when he's at pit row. And actually, I kind of already did review this car already, since of course, if you guys haven't seen it already, I did review the prototype of him, which is actually back there, and honestly, they're kind of similar. You know, obviously since that's the prototype of him, but still. I already got the feeling of what Mattel was going for based on the mold of the prototype, but honestly, did the final release really turn out that well? Well, that's why I'm here, so I can unbox the car and review him in full detail for you guys watching at home. So let me just turn on my flashlight right here, and this may be a good time to tell you guys that I did get a new phone recently, so I mean, the quality may be a little different, not too much, but anyway, let me just get on to the packaging right here. Of course, this is the normal Sterling card art, as you can see right here. Very basic, nothing different from it and the original Sterling card art. And by the way, right here, I don't like the expression, of course, because of the eye plate, but we'll get into that later. But at first glance, it's not looking so great. Since this version of Sterling did appear at the Florida 500, it is only fitting that he is a part of the Florida 500 series. Here is the Disney Pixar Cars logo for 2018/2019 Cars diecast. Moving on to the back, you can see there's a nice image of the Florida 500, basically a wide shot of it, and then you can see pit row back there. And then the bio reads, is the opening race of the Piston Cup season, who will take home the championship? And then on the bottom are 4 new releases for the Florida 500 series. Kiel Motorray, Cars 3 Bob Cutlass, Steve Hercel, and then Maddie McGear is somewhat new, she's just a re-release, but anyways, those are all the cars. So now let me get into unboxing this guy right up, because honestly, although he's a pretty boring release, he still is a new release, so let me just crack him wide open. Alright, I am back from unboxing the diecast, and my opinion hasn't really changed with him out of the box. I mean, his eye plate coupled with the way his mouth is portrayed is, honestly, they don't go really well, overall. I mean, especially for the scene, you know, McQueen's racing, Sterling's there, you know, the pressure's on. He should have a more determined expression than that. By the way, joining us will be all other members of the Piston Cup who do have headsets that I do own in my collection, such as Chuck Choke Cables, Nelson Blindspot, Cars 3 Chick Hicks, Shannon Spokes, the bronze variant, and Biz Torkson right here in the back. And how can I forget, of course, the prototype is here as well. So, without further ado, might as well just review the Sterling headset, get it out of the way, and let's get on to his review. Let's get the obvious out of the way. Look at his eyes. They don't look good. As you can see from the lighting, there's like some type of like lines and stuff on it. It's very resembling to the, coincidentally, the Rust-Eze Range Center McQueen Thailand variant. You know, since Sterling owns the RC, maybe, I don't know. It's just a coincidence, but yeah, the eye plate is definitely very visible, especially with the gray not matching up with the gray on his body. His hood is very plain, but actually it's more grainier than the hood on the regular Sterling, or at least it looks a little rougher. The surface looks a little rougher, not kind of like shiny, but yeah, that's the worst part. I mean, he looks mainly like a downgrade, even though he has the equipment on him. Wow. And then to top it all off, look at this expression. Mattel, what were you thinking? He looks like he's panicking and nervous, which I guess kind of goes with the fact that he's kind of nervous that McQueen may not win the race, but still, this is saddening. I mean, why does he look so sad? He should be more determined. I wish they gave him like kind of like a cross expression with like his eyebrows kind of like mad or something like that, but Jesus, Mattel, why this? Come on, you could have done better. The only saving aspect of this diecast is the headset, and even then, it looks very, very bland compared to the previous headset that we had over the years, like the Cars 3 Chick Hicks headset. As you can see, it does have some more silver detailing around it compared to the one that Thailand used, but I mean, at this point, I'm not really expecting much. Come on. Sterling has some silver rims and generic black tires, nothing really too special, and they're almost the exact same as the rims on the China one. If you can ignore the bad expression, he does have some nice headlights, and then he does have a symbol right here, or an emblem that represents his car model on the front of him. Although the side of him is very, very bland, it does differ a lot from the China Sterling. As you can see right here on the bottom, there wasn't as much detailing towards his vent, but now there is. And then it's kind of like the stickers right here, or not stickers, a decal of, I think, a Sterling. I don't really know what it says. Let me just see on the China one. If my camera can focus, but let me just see. It says some type of like Sterling thing. I'm guessing it's just a Sterling with a white background and then red S right there. They're different from the China and Thailand versions. Moving to the back, the Thailand and China Sterlings are basically the same with two taillights. The Sterling, I guess signature, I'm going to call it a signature. Sterling signature and the license plate, which reads Stir and Ling, and I can't read what it says on the top right there, top text, because blurry decal, yada yada yada, but I can read it on the China version, which does read Illinois. So he does come from Illinois, Chicago, I guess. But yeah, that's really it when it comes from Sterling with headset, honestly. Might as well compare him with his prototype. Let me just move with the Sterling right here. I mean, obviously, the metal parts are in blue, and then the plastic parts are in red, or a reddish pink, I guess. And you can definitely tell the Sterling with headset does have an eye plate, considering that the prototype does have some type of like clear window right here that does allow for the eye plate to seep through. Turning him onto his side right here, nothing too different. The tires are definitely different, actually, never mind. They're kind of like Matchbox wheels, but of course, they have to be different because, you know, it's a prototype, it's not finished. And of course, the windows are clear on the prototype, while on the regular version, they are black. Besides that, that is basically it between the two. I mean, one does definitely stand out compared to the other. The prototype is what I'm obviously talking about because, you know, you never see prototypes that often nowadays. And honestly, when I saw this guy on eBay, I just thought he was never going to get released. But turns out Mattel had other plans. And now finally, to compare the Sterling with headset with other cars with headsets. So let me bring in choke cables, Nelson Blind Spot, Biz Torkson, Shannon Spokes. I already reviewed, or not reviewed, compared the headset from Chick Hicks, but whatever. So here are the cars that have headsets in my collection, and honestly, I do probably have a couple more in my collection, but then it would just take a long time just to organize all of them to fit into one line of tracks, so might as well just save you the time and trouble. Unlike the other Cars 3 cars, Sterling with headset does have a black headset, while the other cars have kind of like yellow detailings on the edge of their headsets. But besides that, I mean, most of them are the same, although actually the Sterling with headset is one of the few diecasts to have, or not diecast, one of the few cars with headsets to have his little speaker piece on his right side, his right, our left, but yeah, you can see Shannon has hers on her left, and so does Chick. Even Biz does have her microphone to her left. Let me just turn these guys around. I'm gonna push Chuck and Nelson out of the way since, you know, they're not from Cars 3. Here are the ones from Cars 3. Let me just zoom in a bit right here. As you can see, they definitely look a lot different. Sterling with headset just looks like he doesn't belong with all these other Cars 3 cars with headsets. But of course, his stylish self did end up in the Florida 500, being McQueen's supporter initially. But I guess it's gonna wrap it up for this review. I mean, I think it was quite short in my opinion, considering that, you know, the Sterling with headset, there's nothing really much to talk about with him. So anyways, here they are, all three of them. Regular Sterling, prototype Sterling, and then Sterling with headset. Let me just bring in the rest of these guys right here. Let me just not push them out. There we go. I think that's how it would look like. There we go. All of the cars with headsets, there we go. In my opinion, Sterling should have just stayed at the Rust-Eze Racing Center, you know, where he belongs, you know, as the manager of Rust-Eze. That way I wouldn't have to sit through this pretty boring release. But anyways, I did the review. You guys have seen the car in full detail, and let me know, what do you guys think? I mean, in my opinion, he is the worst release from Case J. Honestly, he does not fit the job of being a pit crew member at all, especially with that expression. If anything, the prototype's a bit more interesting than the actual release. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and stick around for the final Case J car review, which will be on the metallic Shannon spokes. But anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching yet again. This is LittleHarky saying peace.